measure and report on the social and economic impacts of the SSDF implemented programs and sub-projects. In service to the region, Imran served at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank as a project manager within the governor's immediate office, where he provided policy and technical advice to the management, board of directors, monetary council, and other stakeholders on current economic and socio-economic issues. He also managed and worked on major projects such as the Anti-Money Laundering Supervisory Mentorship Program, the Eastern Caribbean Appraisal Standards, and the Deposit Insurance Projects, to name a few.
He subsequently served as project manager in the Office of the Director General at the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, where one of his major projects to date has been the World Bank-funded Caribbean Digital Transformation Project, a project aimed at creating a dynamic, seamless regional market for digital investment, services, and trade to foster cross-country collaboration and support development and security of the Eastern Caribbean digital economy. Imran is presently serving as the Director of Finance for the Government of St. Lucia, responsible for the government's debt and investments, advising the Prime Minister, the Minister for Finance on fiscal and financial management issues, ensuring financial compliance across the entire government of St. Lucia. Mr. Williams holds a Master of Science and a Bachelor of Science in Economics from the University of the West Indies. He also obtained professional certification in project management and is skilled in relationship management, negotiations, and policy development. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Imran Williams.
Pleasant morning, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I'm being introduced, it feels like practicing your own eulogy. It's a very cringing kind of experience, I must admit. Early in my career, I was taught that protocol being established or having been established is not protocol. So bear with me as I make my way through the list. His Excellency Sir Cyril Errol Charles, Governor General of St. Lucia, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister, Minister for Finance, Economic Development and the Youth Economy, Minister for Justice and National Security, and Member for Cashews East. I just wanted to clear that up. You can imagine there would have been problems if I didn't. Not Southeast. Her Excellency Dame Paulette Louise, Governor General Emerita and Chairperson of the National Laureate Committee, Honorable Sean Edward, Minister for Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training, Member for Denry North. Yeah. Honorable Joachim Henry, Minister for Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, and Parliamentary Representative for the constituency of Cashews Southeast. So we have that wrapped up now. Other members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Savon Lewis, nephew of the late Sir Arthur Lewis, and his wife, Lady Shirley Lewis, Miss Ingrid Nama, spouse of the late Derek Walcott, Mr. Cletus Springer, Chairman of the Board of Governors of Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, members of the Board of Governors of Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, Dr. Marjorie James Charles, Principal of the college, managers, faculty, staff, students of Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, members of the Nobel Laureate Festival Committee, special invited guests, the viewing public, ladies and gentlemen. You understand why people say protocol haven't been established? Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and dear students, it is an honor to stand before you today during this special week. A week where we pause to reflect, celebrate, and draw inspiration from the remarkable legacies of St. Lucia's two most esteemed sons, Sir William Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott. Nobel Laureate Week is not just a celebration of the individual achievements, but also a powerful reminder of what can be accomplished when brilliance, perseverance, and a deep love for one's roots converge. The theme for this week, and I tried to focus a little more on celebrating excellence, invites us to consider the extraordinary contributions of these two luminaries, not only to St. Lucia, but to the world at large. Their stories are ones of determination, intellect, and an unwavering commitment to excellence, traits that continue to inspire generations both home and abroad. Architect of economic thought. Let us begin with Sir William Arthur Lewis, a name synonymous with groundbreaking contributions to the field of economics. Born on January 23, 1915 in Castries, Sir Arthur Lewis was a man of profound intellect whose insights transformed the way we understand economic development, particularly in the context of developing nations. His seminal work, The Lewis Model, offered a framework of understanding how economies transition from agricultural to industrial models of production, a theory that earned him the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1979. But beyond the accolades of the intellectual rigor, Sir Arthur Lewis was deeply rooted in the desire to see betterment for the nations of the Global South, for those communities often overlooked by mainstream economic theories. And for those of us, any of us who have taken any courses in economics, you'll understand why it was necessary to develop our own understanding and the models that pay tribute and that factor in our unique circumstances. His legacy is one that challenges us to think critically about the structures of our economies, to question the status quo, to strive for models of development that are equitable, inclusive, and sustainable. Sir Arthur Lewis' work reminds us that excellence in thought must be matched by commitment in social justice and human development. I wish to pause there for a second to ask the audience, what do you think is the main idea of all Sir Arthur's work? Exactly. All of this can be captured in one of his quotes that was said so eloquently: good economics begins with a general concern for people. So it is not the model in and of itself, but understanding that everything he did was for the betterment for people. The voice of the Caribbean identity, Sir Derek Walcott. From the realm of economics, we turn to the domain of literature, where Sir Derek Walcott's voice resonates as one of the most powerful and poignant of the 20th century. Born on January 23, 1930, Sir Derek Walcott's journey as a poet, playwright, and painter was marked by an extraordinary ability to capture the complexities of Caribbean identity, history, and culture. Awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1992, Sir Derek Walcott's work is a tapestry of Caribbean experience, its beauty, its struggles, its contradictions and profound humanity. His epic poem, Omerus, is often hailed as the magnum opus, a work that reimagines the Homeric epics within the context of the Caribbean, blending classical themes with the unique rhythms and textures of our islands. But more than just literary genius, Sir Derek was a passionate advocate for the preservation and promotion of Caribbean culture. His work reminds us that our stories, our voices, and our experience are not only worthy of being told, but are essential to the broader human narrative. In celebrating Sir Derek, we celebrate the power of the written word, the importance of cultural identity, and the enduring legacy of Caribbean artistry. His work challenges us to embrace our heritage, find beauty in our diversity, and to express our truths with courage and authenticity. Fun fact. It was the same writer, Rowan Sion, who wrote the Calypso song. I don't know how many of you like Calypso, this being my favored genre of music, king of culture, prior to he actually winning the Nobel Prize. A few years later, his son sang about Juliana Alfred, prior to she actually winning the gold medal. Just a fun fact. The intersection of the legacies. While Sir Arthur Lewis and Derek Walcott made their mark in different fields, their legacies intersect in profound ways. Both men are deeply committed to the idea of progress. Progress for the people, the nation, and the world at large. They understood that excellence is not just about individual achievement, but often about lifting others up. I would like to repeat that. They understood that excellence is not just about individual achievement, but about lifting others up, about using one's gifts to contribute to the collective good. Their work is also deeply personal, rooted in their own experience growing up in St. Lucia, a small island with a rich history and a vibrant culture. They never forget where they came from, and they use their platform to shine a light on the issues matters most to them, issues of development, identity, and justice. Today, as we celebrate the legacies, we must also recognize the global impact of their work. Sir Arthur Lewis' economic theories continue to shape policies, discussions around the world, particularly in developing countries. His ideas have been instrumental in guiding nations to a path of sustainable development, helping to lift millions out of poverty. Similarly, Sir Derek Walcott's literature contribution have left an indelible mark on global literature. His work are studied in classrooms from the Caribbean to Europe, North America, inspiring new generations of writers and thinkers. His portrayal of the Caribbean experience has enriched global understanding of our region, challenging stereotypes and offering a more nuanced view of the Caribbean life. As we reflect on the achievements of Sir Arthur Lewis and Derek Walcott, we must also consider the lessons their life offers us today, particularly to young people in this audience. It's ironic, not too long ago, I was a member of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College and the students, and now I'm talking about young people in the audience. Time flies. The stories are ones of perseverance in the face of adversity, of dedication to the craft, and a deep-seated belief in the power of education and creativity. Sir Arthur Lewis once said, the fundamental cure for poverty is not money but knowledge. We keep saying education, but it's knowledge. This belief in the transformative power of knowledge is a call to action for us all. It is a reminder that excellence is within our reach, but it requires a commitment to learning or unlearning, to growing, and to challenging ourselves. So Derek Walcott's life teaches us the importance of staying true to our roots, of finding strength in our identity, and using our talents to tell stories that matters most. His legacy is a testament to the power of the arts to shape society, to inspire change, to foster deeper understanding for the human condition. A call to embrace excellence. Sir Arthur Lewis, in his Nobel Prize in 1979, Honorable Derek Walcott received his in 1992. Since 1994 in St. Lucia, we started at St. Mary's College, growing nationally, have been recognizing and celebrating the achievements of these two great St. Lucians. Some of us wonder whether those awards were two flashes in the pan, never to be repeated. Some of us know that when Dr. Winston Paris was awarded the St. Lucia Cross for his contribution in medicine in 2010, many of us were hearing of his name for the first time. But he had been the founder and secretary of the American Academy of Pain Medicine, operating out of Vanderbilt University, and he had done such important work in managing and controlling pain and discomfort during major illness a decade earlier that he had been shortlisted for the Nobel Prize in Medicine in the mid-90s. Fun fact, this is the same Dr. Paris that the formerly VH Hospital is now named after. Fun fact. As it turned, he did not receive the award, but he too certainly displayed the ethic of excellence, hard work, and commitment that is emphasized in our Laureates Festival. So now where are we? This is 2025. Another year of celebration, but is it? Is it just another year? What happened in July last year, 2024? It wasn't so far, it wasn't so long ago. Come on now, work with me. What happened? Exactly. When Julian Alfred won and accepted the highly coveted 100-meter gold medal that only becomes available every 4 years, that athletes all around the world spend their lives competing for, isn't this the very Nobel Prize of athletic achievement? I wonder how many times Juju might have doubted herself along the way, and if she ever got inspiration and motivation to keep fighting from our laureates. If Arthur Lewis and Derek Walcott can conquer the world, so can I. Students here can and should feel motivated as well. When I was at St. Augustine studying economics, for the fact that there was an awesomeness present in the lecture hall, maybe it was all in my head, But as the lecturer would say, a former St. Lucian, taught at St. Mary's College, studying economics, I probably have to be very careful if what I say and how I say it. And I will spare you the other details of my experience, the Soca baptism in Trinidad. I have never been the same since, nor that I would change it. But what can I say? In conclusion, Nobel Laureate Week is not just a time to look back at the achievements of Sir Arthur Lewis and Derek Walcott, but also a time to look forward. It is the opportunity to recommit ourselves to the pursuit of excellence in all that we do, whether in academia, the arts, in service to our communities. Let us be inspired by their legacies to strive for greatness, to seek knowledge, and to express our creative and boldness and authenticity. Let us remember that excellence is not just a destination, but a journey that requires perseverance, passion, and unwavering commitment to our values. As we celebrate the lives and contributions of Sir Arthur Lewis and Derek Walcott, let us also celebrate the potential within all of us to make a difference, to leave our mark on the world, and to continue the legacy of excellence that is so brilliantly exemplified. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
What an inspiring and thought-provoking delivery by Mr. Williams. And he encourages us to celebrate excellence. Right now, my colleague will read for us Sir Derek Walcott's tribute.
Sir Derek Alton Walcott, St. Lucian playwright, professor, and poet, is regarded as one of the finest literary figures of the modern era. In 1992, the Honorable Sir Derek Alton Walcott became the first Caribbean writer to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature, and in 2015, he received the Griffin Trust for Excellence in Poetry's Lifetime Achievements Award. In honor of our literary giants, please welcome in performance a tribute by the literature class and friends entitled Vignette, a brief snapshot of the plays Dream on Monkey Mountain, 1967, Drums and Colors, 1958, commissioned to celebrate the inauguration of the West Indies Federation, Steel, The Story of the Birth of Steel Pan and Omeros, 1990, directed by lecturer Miss Gloria Severin.
I didn't hear that.
All art has to do with light. Whatever the art, it's based on light. I think plays are based on light, not on lighting, but on light. And that the real thing is that at the back of every artist's intention, I think there's an intention towards the representation of light, the light that comes off the page. And that the greatest writers have that quality of light, and so do the people.
Let me tell you my dream. Sirs, make a white mist in the. Let that mist hang like cloth from the dress of a woman, on prickles, on branches. Make it rise from the earth like the breath of the dead on resurrection morning. And I, walking through it, on my way to the charcoal pit on the mountain, make the web of the spider heavy with diamonds. And when my hand brush it, let the chain break. I remember as a gale sawing before the woodcutter. The drum of the bullfrog, the blackbird's flute, and this old man, ugly as sin, in a vapor of confusion. I feel I was God's self, walking through cloud.
Like I hear them coming. I've got a plan. We're going to change on the carnival. Like I hear them approaching. They're bound to pass this alley. Position yourselves, boys. We're going to ambush this road march. Ashanti, matadors. Give them the bugle bomb. We're changing this match now to war and rebellion.
It's from the warrior, starting from today. And I want you to listen to what I go say. This confusion will change to a serious play. If anyone contradict what General Pompey said, a bullet from this musket. Pumps, go ahead.
Now you men of every creed and class, you know his brothers when they play mass. White dance with black, black with Indian, but long time it was rebellion. No matter what your color, now it's we jump in together with open arms. But if you listen now, you go see the painful birth of democracy. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Man in a downtown club, one Christmas Eve, deep in December, beaten and lion, Woodworker Hub still his violence since I can remember. His only natural that band will clash. It goes with the music if you are a member. To bust a man head like a calabash. Boom, bap, bap, bap. Steel casting fire. And fire mean bad temper. Oh yeah.
Oreo, Oreo, anybody siren blow. Neighbor, neighbor, a steel band fight. Man go wake up in jail tonight.
5 grave to Cairo, block off your turf. It's raiders who handle that Barracuda plan. To warn Ellie man of them niggas rough. They threatening to cut off Ellie's hand. We know they're coming down, dragger it and to turn, so fight before white tree. Now personally as captain I've had enough. Usually I don't take on them fellas. To hang that panda is blasted rude. His next step one so the grapevine tell us. I wake up today in a fighting mood.
Oreo, Oreo, anybody siren blow. Neighbor, neighbor, steel band fight. Man go wake up in jail tonight.
You ready, Winston? You brave? Go.
With fisheye, open and centipede, we coming down with deliberate speed. Flag come on the pin, bandidos banner. We chipping and we chipping up to the savannah. We have on no clash, but they right afraid us. Bones Marabunta and Calabash, All Stars, Renegades and the Raiders. On this week, right morning after Juve, down Charlotte Street. This is what you go here, sing it. Oreo, Oreo, anybody siren go. Neighbor, neighbor, still bad fight. Man go wake up in jail tonight.
From Old Green Corner to Jaggerit, the combat zone right here on the map. The base is rolling, the tenor sweet, but block the road and it's
BD Bab.
Cut clash broomstick and smoke bull pistol. We chippin' till the last lap, till ambulance siren and police whistle. We sing it, we sing it.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Touche! Knife and touch it again and I will split you. Messieurs, moi j'adore. Ou pas pour être en rien. Ou ni chalou. Ou ni sen. Ou quoi, ou ni check up us. I told you borrow nothing of mine. You have a canoe. And the next. Who you think you are? Check up us. Look. Volley bomb. Who do you think you are? You tin stealer. I go show you who is king. Come.
Hector came out from the shade. And Achille, the moment he saw him carrying the cutlass, a numb fool, a madman, eaten with envy, replaced the tin he had neatly stolen from Hector's canoe, neatly back in the prows of Hector's boat. And Achille, who had had enough of the madman, wiped his blade and hefted it. And now the villagers emerged from the green shade of almonds and wax-leaf mansionils for the face-off that Hector wanted.
Achille walked off and waited at the warm shallow's edge. Hector strode towards him.
Nobel Prize. He was born for the Hall of Fame. Derek is his name. Raised for the wide acclaim. Walcott was his slave.
Wow, wow, wow. What a performance. Now, have we made a case for a national theatre, Mr. Prime Minister? Thank you, students and Ms. Severy, for such a creative display. We continue to be inspired by the work of Honorable Derek Walcott.
And now for a special addition to this ceremony. Lady Gladys was married to Sir William Arthur Lewis for 44 years and was his constant companion throughout his life, providing much needed support. It is befitting and symbolic that two lives who were inseparable would be joined in their final resting place. We now invite Ms. Janae Laforce, President of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College's Red Cross, to read some remarks made by the family of the late Lady Gladys Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Ms. Ariel Edward will lay a wreath in her memory, as the ashes are also interred simultaneously.
Good morning. Please allow me to adopt the protocol that has already been established. Okay. Today I will be reading the memorial for Lady Gladys Lewis on behalf of Elizabeth Lewis Channon. My family and I wish to thank you for the honor of allowing our parents to rest together. As you know, my father was born and raised here in St. Lucia and my mother in Grenada. What you may not know is that their parents knew each other in Antigua before one family moved to St. Lucia and the other family, my mother's, moved to Grenada. The two families kept in touch, with my grandfather hosting my uncles from St. Lucia during cricket matches. Despite this, my mother and father did not meet until after the war, although they were both in England. Both had gone to college in England in the 30s. My mother was trained in the Montessori teaching method and on piano. During the war, she played the organ for church services and escorted her pupils to and from school. She had two brothers, Reverend Henson Jacobs, Sir Wilfred Jacobs, and a sister, Cicely Granham. My parents met in London at a lecture given by my father. Dad told her brother Wilfred afterwards that he had met the woman he was going to marry. My mother went back to Grenada as a supervisor of schools and corresponded with my father. In May 1947, he married my mother in Grenada and took her with him to Manchester. My maternal grandfather was very hospitable and often brought students to his home to do their homework. Mum was never quite sure how many would be at the dinner table. This created in her a sense of hospitality that stood her in good stead during her marriage. Dad was always more comfortable entertaining people at home, and Mum grew naturally into the role of official hostess for all of Dad's career. After Dad's sight was impaired by a detached retina, Mum began to travel everywhere with Dad. Mum was artistic. In addition to the piano, she took up woodworking and exhibited her work at the Barbados Museum and Studios in New York and New Jersey. She sewed some of our clothes and made us children's furniture and a doll's house. She wanted to be of service and worked for the Recording for the Blind and the Women of Grenada in Barbados. She loved cricket and sea bathing and had a morning dip in the sea almost daily when in Barbados. She was a lovely and gracious woman who truly filled the role of helpmate, mother, and artist.
Please be seated. We have now come to the wreath laying ceremony, where we pay our respects and homage and honor, the memory of our two Nobel Laureates. I'll present the wreath layers and wreath bearers for Sir Arthur Lewis's grave. His Excellency, Mr. Cyril Errol Charles.
Wreath bearer, Krisa Johnny, IET Manager.
Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Wreath bearer, Candida Henry, Assistant Registrar.
Sir Vaughan Lewis, family member.
Wreath bearer, Naeem Filbert, President of our Students' Council.
Representative. So can the Honorable, His Excellency, sorry, Mr. Cyril Errol Charles. What? The Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Wreath bearer, Candida Henry, Assistant Registrar.
Sir Vaughan Lewis, family member.
Wreath bearer, Naeem Filbert, President of our Students' Council.
Representative of the Chairman of Board of Governors.
Wreath bearer, Sydney Emmanuel, SSKS.
Swedish Ambassador, His Excellency Mr. Anders Bengtsson.
Wreath bearer Randall Polius, Vice President of our Students' Council.
Now present the wreath layers and wreath bearers for Sir Derek Walcott's grave. Paulette Louisi, Governor General, Emerita, and Nobel Laureate Committee Chair.
Wreath bearer Najib Memorial Library.
Mrs. Singrid Nama.
Wreath bearer Rayshon Sonson.
Mr. Imran Williams, representative of the St. Lucian community.
Wreath bearer Rihanna Marshall, Cape.
Principal of South Louis Community College, Mrs. Margie Jameson Charles.
Wreath bearer Mr. Antonio DeTurville, Assistant Registrar of Records.
Honorary Counsel for Sweden to St. Lucia, Mrs. Michelle Anthony Daisy.
Wreath bearer Erica Gaspard, our captain of Lewis's house.
So we can now make our way up. Wreath layers and bearers, you have approximately 5 minutes to return. Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, at this time.
You start. on the screen.
Moment of silence.
Never.
That's it, easy. I see that, but let's wait for them. At this time, the Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, has a prior engagement, so we thank you for his presence and as he makes his exit. Please stand. Please remain standing at this time as we observe a minute of silence in honor of the memory and contribution of two sons of the soil, Nobel Laureates, Sir William Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott.
Please take your seats. As of right now, we come to the end of today's proceedings with an excerpt from a play by St. Lucian writer Mr. Kendall Hippolyte called The Drum Maker.
Mic is not on. Mic is not on. Mics need to be on. One. Okay. Yes.
How you make it sound so strong? Everybody hear you, eh?
drum must sound strong, make everyone hear and see.
I wish I could play loud like that.
It's alright. When you have something to say, you want to play louder than that. You want the whole world to hear you.
But how the whole world can hear me? Not even in the city out there so they can hear you. And look how loud you playing.
No,
See?
no.
It's not true.
They don't want to hear. It's not because I'm not playing loud enough. They don't want to hear. They listen to other things. They're afraid to hear it. Afraid what will happen when they hear it.
You're always saying some strange thing. But when are you going to teach me to play?
When you have something to say and you want everyone to hear you.
You're too smart. You just don't want to teach me.
No, not that. I didn't say when it hear you. I said when you want it hear you. And besides, it's only a few that listen. When you play the drum, you must want everyone here. Otherwise, you want to get discouraged. I want to stop play. I don't want you to wake up the drum and then actually go sleep. It won't go back.
Junior!
Over here!
Junior!
Over here!
Where?
Come this way! Mommy, listen to the drum and follow the sound.
Yourself, you always want to play drum, eh? You can stay one place for 2 minutes, Junior. As you come from school, so you gone again. And I know you must have homework to do.
You heard what I was playing? I played good.
You played, boss. First class. Now, I put your food on the table for you. Go and eat it, eh?
Soon come.
Bye-bye. Jack, you mustn't encourage him. You know that already.
I don't have to encourage him. The drum call him.
Well, tell him don't listen. Drum can't feed him. Drum can't put roof over his head or shoes on his foot. Drum is crosses. Tell him that when he come around trying to play it, please. Tell him that. It's only the little education can help him now. I don't want him turn floor mat and I don't want him turn thief. Drum, what can the drum do for him, Jack? We love the drumming we just do around in the neighborhood here. It make we spirit lift up. It make we remember who he is. But look how you live in. Look how all are we live in. From day to day like bird and dog. Nobody no care about we. We have to make our way how we can, Jack.
You talking like I don't know all that. It's me you talking to, you know.
Yes, but what you doing with your life?
You don't know how much I want to do. How much time I think of how much thing. How much dream and intention inside this drum bursting to come out.
It won't come out. It can't come out. It's going to stay there and get dry up and get slack like old goat skin. Them won't die. Them will just stay and wrinkle and turn ugly till you can't bear to see them. Jack, we is nothing. Anywhere we go, we is nothing. We born down here so lower class and we too dead down here so.
Shut up. Woman, shut your mouth. Is I you calling nothing? You let them fool you. Make you say such a thing?
Ain't it true? Ain't it true? You have no power, Jack. You can send Junior go school.
What do you see go school?
What do you see do go? What you want him to do? What can you do for him?
At school, them turn him against you. Make him forget how his own heart start beating.
I make up my mind for that already. My mind tighten up already. Any blow life give me, I can take it. Because I'm not in charge of what happening to my life. You understand, Mr. Jack? And you're not in charge of your own neither.
Is who? My heart and memory making one beat. My feet walking to another one. Is who in charge? Who ruling me? Who have the power in this stinking place? Who? Is that I want to find out.
You hear Mr. Moffat planning to sell the land? Well, I have to go and check if Junior do his homework. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Thank you, students, for your creativity in the field of the arts.
Let us now welcome a musical rendition by our student band of the college, followed by the vote of thanks, which will be delivered by Ms. Davana Eugene, our president of Circle K.
grace. The stars were made to worship so light. So light. So light. God of salvation, you capture my heart and all of my feelings and pride. You created the light of the world, abandoned in darkness to die. And as you speak, 100 billion failures disappear. Where you lost your life so I could find it there. If you left the grave behind you so light, I can see your heart in everything you've made. Every pain designed to single out of love. If you gladly chose surrender, so will I. So will I. So
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to adopt the protocol already established. On behalf of the Nobel Laureate Committee and the Board of Governors of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, I extend an immense gratitude to each and every one of you present here today. Your gracious acceptance to our invitation to join us in remembering our outstanding contributions made by our two Nobel laureates, Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott, is deeply appreciated. It is crucial that we maintain the memory of our Nobel laureates for future generations, and this ceremony serves that purpose beautifully. Sincere thanks to the following individuals who contributed to the success of today's proceedings. Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Although he has already left, we are delighted to have had him on campus today at this auspicious occasion. We would like to thank him for spending his morning with us. Mr. Imran Williams, Director of Finance, we sincerely thank you for your participation as the keynote speaker today. Your presentation was informative, engaging, and thought-provoking. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us. All our Wreath layers, thank you very much for your presence here today. The contributions of our two laureates are highlighted in this setting, showcasing their significance to St. Lucia. Ms. Gloria Severin, Literature Lecturer, thank you for providing much-needed guidance and advice for the execution of this activity. Your attention to detail with the students' tribute to Derek Walcott is par excellence, and we thank you immensely. Ms. Marcelina John, for your work with our MCs, we truly appreciate you and thank you. Mr. Ernest Otley, Lecturer, thank you for your dedication to working with the school's band. Your initiative in this exercise is beyond commendable and much appreciated. Our ceremony was much better because of it. Our capable MCs, you did an excellent job. Thank you. Let's give our MCs a round of applause for the eloquent performance today. The student wreath bearers and our ushers, thank you so much for volunteering to assist at a time when other students are shying away from participating in activities like these. You stepped up, so kudos to you. The Office of the Principal, for your meticulous attention to detail, ensuring that all the activities this week, including this one, had all the support needed for success. The decor team, custodial staff, and various departments at the college, thank you for collaborating to ensure the success of this event. Operations department, e-learning, and marketing team, your hard work is truly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. Following this activity, we encourage you to join the Hunter J. Faswa Library for their Writers in the Spotlight and Book Fair activity happening now by the Innovation Hub building. There are 40 authors on display promoting and selling their books, food stalls, lucky dips with great prizes, and lots more. Once again, thank you for being a part of this wreath laying ceremony 2025. I thank you.
I thought you were already flipped.
We would like to join our voice in saying thank you to all those who made to their success and for gracing us with their presence, especially His Excellency, the Governor General, Sir Errol Charles, and His Lady, Lady Charles. Please remain standing as His Excellency. Oh. Shall you all stand? Sorry, as we sing the college's anthem.
Let's build a name that will always last and always honor me. Let's make a pledge to ever keep in sacred reverence our motto, constant and upright, pursuit of excellence. March on, march on. Our graduates draw from tardiness refrain. Turn not from diligence and truth, gain knowledge and grace. Remember that our motto is pursuit of excellence. Sing out, my fellow men. Let sweetness fill the air. SALTC, your own fortune. Let all our hearts repair. The education of the best, your armor and so constant and upright, pursuit of excellence.
Please remain standing as His Excellency, the Governor General, Sir Errol Charles, and Lady Charles depart, followed by other dignitaries. Thank you everyone for turning out today, and do enjoy the rest of the day and have a blessed one. Sorry.
which target NCD prevention and control be developed. One key element in this process is that of targeting common and modifiable risk factors for these diseases. Keyword here, modifiable. These risk factors include unhealthy diets, the use of tobacco products and alcohol,